In a derelict chicken farm outside Tripoli, children play like nothing's wrong. But these are Syrian refugee children, and this is their home. 4 families live here. They pay $150 a month for it. Last winter, the roof collapsed during a bad storm. It's to refugee homes like this that music star and Lebanese-born Mika has been visiting as part of his new role as a UNHCR supporter. I asked him what had hit him the most.
I've been here a couple of days and I've seen so many different types of people in lots of different types of living conditions as well. There's no stereotype. There's not one type of person that's a refugee. There's not one type of unofficial settlement.
He'd just met Abed, whose identity we've hidden. He's been sharing 2 small rooms with his family of 8 at the chicken farm for 18 months, and they live virtually open to the elements.
Life in Syria before was wonderful. We arrived in summer, but when the winter came, it was so cold. It was beyond anything anyone could bear.
And he worries for his children. His son Omar is deaf.
The oldest boys can't go to school. There is nothing to do.
And from farming family to young musicians, anyone can be a refugee. He even sung one of Mika's hits. From Abed at the farm to the young singers, they all need help from the UNHCR. But its latest push for funds is still 50% short. Visits like Mika's are intended to boost donations, but for the moment, lack of money is complicating their work.
We have to make radical choices, and we can only cover the most vulnerable family among all the vulnerable people we can see. We have almost 90% of people in debts.
It's hard to work out who's most vulnerable. 12-year-olds Brahim and Mustafa live amongst the greenery of this banana plantation. Mustafa repeats the phrase, "It doesn't get any easier to hear. We just want to go home," he says. Mika was just 1 when his family fled Lebanon. He too grew up displaced.
The idea of feeling like you're living and you belong to one place, but you also belong to somewhere else, you've come from somewhere else, is it never really leaves you, it stays with you, and it does have a huge impact on the way you look at the world.
Syrian refugees are approaching their 5th year of torment. Another winter, another Christmas. But because refugees in Lebanon aren't mostly able to work, they're stuck between 2 countries, one at war and one really unable to help them. The attention of people like Mika sheds a brief light on their situation, but what they really need is a long-lasting solution. And they're still waiting. James Longman, BBC News, Lebanon.